So just to paint a little bit of a picture, for Marathon des Sables, you literally get planted in the Sahara Desert with whoever it is that wants to run from point A to point B over the space of 6 days for a total of 250 kilometers, and it's self-sufficient. So all your food is on your back, all your equipment is on your back, and there's like safety precautions you have to take. So you have to be within arm's reach of a venom pump at all times in case you get bitten by a snake. So there's lots of different survival aspect to it. And I heard about this Marathon des Sables at that Tony Robbins in, I think it was April or May 2017, whenever that was. And then something weird happened, Jim. I had the seed planted and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. That sounds amazing. And then a kind of a familiar voice came back that I'm not sure if you've heard it yourself, but it's definitely been one of my inner self-talk of, that's something somebody else does. You can't do that. That was kind of my internal dialogue when I let it sit. And I remember thinking I had this really hypocritical feeling because I was posting on Instagram and I was posting on social media about pushing outside of your comfort zone. I'm like, all the growth is outside of your comfort zone. And I was literally sitting in my car and I was like, you're such a hypocrite. I'm like, this thing that you've heard about, this Marathon des Sables, the 6 back-to-back marathons, you're terrified of doing. And you're telling everybody else to push themselves outside their comfort zone. And I remember thinking, right, that's it. I have to sign up for this thing. So I went and signed up that day, sitting in my car. And honest to God, Jim, it was the August of 2017 and Marathon des Sables was April 2018. So I had never ran a marathon up to this point. I'd never really ran more than 5 or 10k in one go because, it wasn't my background. So I had no background in running. And I did my first workout in August 2018. I did 2 kilometers at the end of my workout, Jim, and I nearly got sick. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what am I after signing up for? I'm like, I've got another 248 kilometers to cover and I'm feeling sick after 2. And I remember just sitting in the gym after it going, you're such an idiot. I'm like, you've posted this on your social media. I'm like, you fucking told everybody you're doing it. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I remember thinking that, right, I need to just pyramid of prioritization. I'm like, there's no point me worrying about running 6 back-to-back marathons if I can't even run one. So I just set that as the goal. So instead of trying to run 2 kilometers the next day, I was like, I'm going to try and do 3 kilometers the next day. And then the next week I went up to 4 kilometers. And the week after I went up to 5. And then gradually my fitness started to improve when it came to running. And I set myself the target of that January, which would have been 4 months after, of running my first marathon. So I flew over to Dubai. I ran the Dubai Marathon with a backpack and a hoodie in the heat to try and prepare myself for Marathon des Sables, which would be 4 months later. And I did that, and I did it pretty comfortably. And I remember thinking, right, I'm in a good position now to actually get out to the Sahara and potentially finish this thing.